Looking for the perfect MP3 player? Whether you need a budget-friendly option or a premium device for high-quality audio, we've got you covered. In this video, we'll break down the best budget and premium MP3 players you can buy today. Let's get started. What is the best MP3 player right now? We rounded up the top MP3 players you can buy by evaluating storage, battery life, media type, and price to deliver this curated list of picks. My top choice for best MP3 player overall is the Sony NWA306 Walkman thanks to its compact design, price, and high-quality audio, but I've rounded up the best MP3 players on the market today that are worth ditching your smartphone for. The best MP3 players of 2025 Sony NWA306 Walkman Best MP3 player overall. This Sony Walkman may look a little different than the one you're used to from the 90s, but this model still functions the same as Walkmans of the past, now with a modern edge. It has an LCD display with up to 18 GB of memory, which can be expanded to up to 32 GB with an SSD card. Sony says it uses AI to enhance the quality of compressed digital music files, S-Master HX technology to reduce distortion, and a reflow solder to improve sound localization. Also, Sony has a new Walkman. That might be a bigger deal than you realize. The player also has high-resolution audio, which captures and reproduces digital audio at a higher rate than a CD to get you closer to the original studio recording. You can access apps like Spotify or Apple Music via Wi-Fi or connect it to a PC to access your music collection. Reddit users praise the long battery life, and say that the Walkman's quality is such a step up from a smartphone that it's worth the buy. Sony NWA306 specs. Storage: 18 GB, expandable up to 32 GB with SD. Battery: up to 36 hours. Display: 3.6-inch touchscreen. Media types: PCM, AAC, WMA, JPEG, and MP3. AGPTech A02X 32 GB MP3 player. Best budget MP3 player. If you want to spend less than $35 on an MP3 player, this AGPTech A02X player is a solid option. It has a 1.8-inch display and room for 32 GB of storage, with support up to 128 GB via a memory card. This player has Bluetooth 5.3 capability, so you can pair it with your favorite wireless headphones. It does have aux support, but you'll need a separate male-to-male aux cable. You can listen to music or AM/FM radio, plus it has audiobook support as well as voice recording capabilities. Verified customers praise the device's battery life of up to 40 hours and the clear sound quality. AGPTech A02X 32 GB MP3 player specs. Storage: 8 GB plus a micro SD slot. Battery: up to 40 hours. Display: 1.8-inch. Media types: MP3, APE, WAV, FLAC, WMA, DRM, ACELP. Mighty 3 Spotify Music Player. Best mini MP3 player. This compact MP3 player from Mighty is reminiscent of, and works similarly to, Apple's popular iPod Shuffle but is more 2024 friendly. The Mighty app allows you to sync your Spotify or Amazon Music playlists wirelessly, and the Stay Fresh feature automatically syncs playlists while you sleep, so you always have up-to-date tracks. This MP3 player's clip-on design makes it perfect for running or working out. Plus, it's rated IPX4 to resist splashes of water or sweat. It works with both Bluetooth and wired headphones, although some users report that wired headphones sound better. Verified customers like the ease of use of the Mighty 3 and note that it's super durable. Mighty 3 specs. Storage: 8 GB, battery: up to 8 hours. Display: 1.5 inches. Just buttons, no display. Media types: Spotify and Amazon Music. FIO M11S Best Lossless Audio MP3 Player. Lossless audio has grown more popular in recent years thanks to Apple's implementation of the technology in Apple Music. This MP3 player from FIO is perfect for lossless audio tracks thanks to a custom-made chip, which provides a lower noise floor and distortion. The player comes with Android 10 right out of the box, so you can immediately access the Play Store and your go-to streaming app. The FIO uses Bluetooth 5.0 technology, and when set into Bluetooth receiver mode, it becomes a high-quality Bluetooth amplifier with an excellent frequency response. Reddit users recommend using cable headphone to get the best sound out of it, but note that even the Bluetooth sound via LDAC is much better compared to a smartphone. FIO M11S specs. Storage: 3 GB of RAM and 32 GB of storage. Battery: 13 hours. Display: 5.15-inch bezel less. 1440 by 720. Touchscreen. Media types: WAV, FLAC, WMA, MP3, OGG, APE, AAC, ALAC, AIFF, DFF, DSF, DXD. What is the best MP3 player? The best MP3 player for most people is the Sony NWA306 Walkman, based on compatibility and price. It also has an impressively long battery life of up to 36 hours. Factors to consider when choosing an MP3 player. There are several considerations to keep in mind before purchasing an MP3 player. Storage. The amount of storage in an MP3 player will ultimately determine how many songs it can hold, so pay attention to devices with lots of storage space. For example, 16 GB of memory equates to about 4,000 songs. Media types. While MP3 players of course take MP3 files, consider devices that support additional file types, including WMA, WAV, AAC, and more. Battery. The great thing about modern-day MP3 players is that they will have much better battery lives than the devices of the past. The average battery life for a good MP3 player will be about 12 hours. Price. MP3 players vary greatly in price, from budget-friendly picks to expensive ones built for audiophiles. How did we choose these MP3 players? When choosing the best MP3 players, we did extensive research into different products and brands and took into consideration user reviews, both good and bad, competitor analysis, and more. How many songs does an MP3 player hold? This all depends on the amount of storage that is on the MP3 device. The number of songs an MP3 player can hold will also depend on a song's file format and compression rate, so these numbers may vary. Here is a quick guide for reference of how many songs typical storage types can hold. 4 GB equals 1000 songs, 8 GB equals 2000 songs, 16 GB equals 4000 songs, 32 GB equals 8000 songs, 64 GB equals 16,000 songs. Is it worth it to buy an MP3 player? In 2024, you might wonder if it's even worth buying an MP3 player when you can just listen to music on your smartphone. However, MP3 players are great for kids who want to listen to music but don't yet have a smartphone, people who like to run or hike outside, or those who simply want to listen to music without any distractions from their phones. What are the different audio formats? Many MP3 players today support multiple audio files. Here are the most popular ones you'll see and what they mean. WAV, a lossless audio format for studio recording larger than MP3 files. FLAC, a lossless format that maintains excellent sound quality, even though the files are compressed. WMA, a Windows-based MP3 alternative. AAC, provides high-quality sound thanks to advanced audio coding. OGG, a Spotify-specific audio format. And that wraps up our list of the best budget and premium MP3 players you can buy today. Which one do you like the most? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more awesome tech reviews. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.